All right, Cryptonauts. Welcome back to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I am your host, Blockchain John, here running solo to give you the top 10 daily stats as well as your crypto news of the day. With that said, the weekend was amazing. It was such great California weather. I cannot complain at all because it was the best weekend that I've had so far this year, and we're barely in March. So yeah, I'm sure there's so much more to come, but I hope y'all had a really fantastic weekend like I did. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with. First of all, let's do the plug real quick. The plug we got from Cointree. Make sure you check out our Cointree. It is in the description below. If you're interested in helping us out by donating in crypto, there's a bunch of crypto coins here: Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, BAT, Litecoin, Raven, and a bunch of stable coins. Also, make sure to check us out on YouTube, Discord, Twitter, Patreon, and of course our website. We are on Spotify. We are building a library. We have Twitch. We have a Celsius Network referral links. These are a bunch of referral links here to check us out. So, with that said, Cryptonauts, let's go ahead and get started with your top 10 daily stats. Let's do this here. Provided by Coingecko.com. Starting off with, of course, Bitcoin settling at $42,446.63. And I'm actually going to reload that page there just to make sure everything's fresh. Okay, $42,432.20 with a 7-day gain of 7%. Wow. And a market cap of $805 billion. Number 2, we have Ethereum settling at $2,987.64 with a whopping 15.3% gain with a market cap of $358 billion. And we have number 3, Tether, settling at 99 cents with a 7-day slight loss of 0.1% and a market cap of $80 billion. And number 4, we have BNB settling at $404.38 with a whopping 8.4% gain and a market cap of $67 billion. And number 5, we have USD coin settling at 99 cents with a slight loss of 0.1% in the past 7 days and a market cap of $52 billion. Number 6, we have XRP settling at 84 cents with a 7-day gain of 8.9% and a market cap of $40 billion. And number 7, we have Terra settling at $93.46 with a 0.7% loss in the past 7 days and a market cap of $33 billion. And number 8, we have Cardano settling at 93 cents with a 7-day gain of 16.9% and a market cap of $30 billion. And number 9, we have Solana settling at $90.44 with a 7-day gain of 11.4% and a market cap of $28 billion. And number 10, we have Avalanche. Cryptonauts, this is our top 10. Avalanche, closing it out at $87.93 with a whopping 27.9% gain in the past 7 days. Wow! And a market cap of $23 billion. And of course, we have Jake's 5 runner-up: Polkadot, Binance USD, Dogecoin, Terra USD, and Shiba Inu. With that said, Cryptonauts, our market cap is up by 3.1% with a total market cap of $1.99 trillion. We're getting close to that $2 trillion. And of course, BTC dominance is at 40.4% and Ethereum at 17.9%. All right, Cryptonauts, for you that are listening, make sure to check us out on YouTube so you can see what I'm talking about here. In the top right corner here at Coingecko, you can click the little candy jar, just like I'm about to do here. Click. And you can actually earn yourself some awesome candies that gives you some free rewards. You can collect some awesome NFTs or discounts on products and services. Let's see. I already pretty much have all these. How to NFT book. Every time something new comes out, that's worthwhile. I really like to pick it up. So, yeah, check it out. So, with that said, Cryptonauts, let's cut over to the crypto news of the day, provided by CryptoPotato.com. Okay, first news written by. We're just gonna read maybe like 5 or 6 articles today. First news, let me see. Cryptocurrency platform AEX launches program to boost Vietnamese crypto ecosystem. Let's check it out. This was written by Felix Mullen. Let's see. Cryptocurrency platform AEX launches a program to boost Vietnam's crypto ecosystem. Cryptocurrencies have more than just helped many people overcome economic crises in their countries. They have become a key figure in the global economy. As a result, more and more companies are looking to promote their use as a way to boost the regional and local markets. On March 21st, digital asset platform AEX announced the launch of a green fund to empower the crypto ecosystem in Vietnam. The endeavor will be backed by an initial $100 million investment. AEX aims to support the development of DeFi, GameFi, and NFT projects taking place in Vietnam. To carry out this initiative, the company will invest in both upstream and downstream industries in the country. As such, any Vietnam-based company can apply for access to the $100 million fund. According to the company's press release, projects participating in the fund will have a tremendous financial support, access to a database of more than tens of millions of users, and extensive financial management supports to help them grow. High-quality DeFi projects that meet AEX's criteria will be eligible to receive immediate liquidity initiatives as a reward for their performance. In addition, they will promote the development and creation of new quality projects through events and contests that will be held in the country this year. Quote, for projects that meet the selection criteria, AEX will follow the rules and regulations to prioritize listing supports and recommend them to cooperate exchanges and friendly operators with an open and inclusive attitude. Not sure who that quote was from, but we'll continue on. With more than 1 million registered users on the platform, AEX seeks to become not only a crypto asset platform, but a world-class crypto bank. According to market research conducted by the company, that demand for blockchain industries in Vietnam has increased by 140% over the past few years, attracting many investors and users to the world of cryptocurrencies. According to a survey conducted last year by Finder.com in 27 countries, Vietnam had the highest crypto adoption rate, with more than 40% of respondents having purchased cryptocurrency. Moreover, Finder.com reports that Vietnam ranks as the 5th country globally with the highest numbers of people eager to purchase NFT. This shows that the interest in the country for anything crypto related is big enough to be left out. So, even if Vietnam continues to have love-hate stance towards cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies in the same way as its neighboring country, China, sooner or later they must realize that, as many experts point out, cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And the sooner they are regulated, the sooner they will be able to take advantage of them. All it takes is one politician to start the movement. All right. There you go. One step at a time, buddy. One step at a time. All right. AEX. There it is. Next news. Let's see. This is tennis champion Naomi Osaka becomes global ambassador of FTX. Okay. Yeah, let's skip that. Bitcoin price analyst. Okay, we understand that it is. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Next one. Australia's largest bank looks to offer additional crypto services. Let's take a little peek at that. This one's written by Dimitar Zanzarov. Sophie Gilder, head of blockchain and digital assets at Commonwealth Bank of Australia, CBA, revealed that the financial institutions could start off offering more cryptocurrency services to clients. She further disclosed that the organization seeks to be double the size of its blockchain team in the months to come. Australia has been gradually expanding its presence in the cryptocurrency universe in recent months. At the end of 2021, the nation's biggest and financial institutions, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, CBA, announced it will enable its customers to buy, sell, and hold digital assets, including Bitcoin and Ether. Thus, it became the first Aussie organization to provide such opportunities. Speaking at Australia's Blockchain Week, a conference, Sophie Gilder, a top executive at the CBA, said users have displayed huge enthusiasm towards the initiative. Quote, we launched CommBank Crypto in December, and so far the response has been extremely positive. The biggest complaint we've had is customers who haven't been let into the pilot yet. Moreover, Gilder outlined that the bank intends to provide additional cryptocurrency services to reach the full spectrum of consumers needed. She also added that the CBA plans to double the size of its blockchain division throughout 2022, predicting that the asset class will further evolve in the future. Awesome. Cool. Let's continue on. Let's see. Far from offering $50,000 in BTC to breaching TV networks. How is Anonymous fighting Russia? Anonymous. Anonymous is back. I haven't heard about Anonymous since way back when. This is written by Jordan Lyanjev. Following the launch of Russia's special military operations against Ukraine, which turned out to be an all-out war, NATO, the EU, and other countries decided to take different approaches and impose sanctions against Russia's leaders and its economy instead of getting directly involved in the conflict. But it wasn't just governments that went in that direction, as many companies did the same by halting services to Russian-based customers. They received some perhaps unexpected support in the face of popular hacker group Anonymous. Founded in 2003, Anonymous describes itself as a decentralized international activist and hacktivist collective and movement, most known for its cyber attacks against several governments, institutions, and agencies. Shortly after the war began, the group breached over 300 Russian targets and collected about RUB 1 billion. Anonymous' subsequent act was a bit more compelling and unorthodox. Reports emerged claiming that the group offered Russian soldiers $52,000 worth of Bitcoin for every tank they surrendered. Should anyone want to switch their battle machines for BTC, they would need to wave a white flag and use the password million. Russian soldiers, everyone who wants to live with their families, children, and not die. The Anonymous global community has collected RUB 1,225,041 rubles. I'm guessing rubles. No, I'm not sure. RUB. In Bitcoin to help you. Read the group message. Speaking to the BBC, unnamed Anonymous members outlined some of the most significant achievements in their personal war against Russia's military operations and the person behind it, President Vladimir Putin. On one such case stands out, which transpired on February 26. Anonymous breached a local TV network, cut off regular programming, and inserted images of bombs exploding in Ukraine, combined with soldiers talking about the horrors they are witnessing. This was particularly powerful since Russia is known for spreading misinformation about the ongoing war and its reason for starting it. Many reports indicate that a large portion of Russia's citizens had no idea what and why is has no idea what and why is happening in Ukraine. Quote, "We will intensify the attack on Kremlin if nothing is done to restore the peace in Ukraine," said some members of the hacker group. The BBC reported outlined another story in which the Ukraine hacker, using the pseudonymous Roman, partnered with Anonymous to launch attacks on Russia entities, including the state-operated news agency's TASS. In it, they placed an anti-Putin poster and included an Anonymous logo. Quote, "I am ready to go pick up a rifle for Ukraine, but at the moment, my skills are better used at the computer. So I'm here in my home with my 2 laptops, coordinating this IT resistance," commented Roman, who works on creating websites, applications, and Telegram bots to help his country. Anonymous also saw supports from a Polish hacking team called Squad 303, named after the famous Polish fighter squadron from World War II. Quote, "We work together with Anonymous all the time, and I now consider myself a member of the Anonymous movement," said one Squad 303 group member. They have built a website allowing people to send text messages to random Russian phone numbers to highlight the truth about the invasion. Their combined efforts have led to facilitating more than 20 million SMS and WhatsApp messages so far, the group claimed. Wow. Man, Anonymous is powerful. It's crazy. Okay, continuing on, let's see. Over 2 million ETH worth $6 billion burned since EIP 1559 launched. Did you guys know that? Now you know. Goldman Sachs becomes the first major bank. Goldman Sachs becomes the first major U.S. bank to trade in OTC crypto transaction. Okay, let's take a little glance at that, because Goldman Sachs is a big deal. This one was written by Andrew Thorovalis. The rumors were true. Goldman Sachs has reportedly conducted its first OTC crypto options trade with investments firm Galaxy Digital. This makes the first of any such trade among all major U.S. banks and a big milestone for the crypto derivatives market. Earlier this month, unidentified sources claimed that Goldman was contemplating offering bilateral crypto options for institutional clients. Apparently, it was just one of multiple Wall Street banks to start exploring the idea. Today, CNBC reported that the bank will soon announce its first such trades, entailing a non-deliverable option trade with Galaxy Digital. Options are contracts that reserve holders the right to buy and sell an underlying security at any given price for a specific amount of time. This means that they can trade the volatility of an underlying asset without necessarily being exposed to its risk. Non-deliverable options are options settled in cash at maturity rather than the underlying asset, such as Bitcoin. Therefore, this option from Goldman will not be involved in taking an actual Bitcoin on or off the spot market. So, yeah, that means that it doesn't affect anybody in the crypto space, just people at Wall Street. To clarify, Goldman has already begun trading Bitcoin futures contracts with Galaxy Digital last year. However, the new options will be riskier for banks, which is acting as a principal in the transactions. Damien Vanderwelt, co-president of Galaxy Digital, believes Goldman Sachs' involvement with the market highlights crypto maturity as an asset class. Quote, "This trade represents the first step that banks have taken to offer direct, customizable exposure to the crypto market on behalf of their clients," he said in an interview. Vanderwelt added that the options trades are much more systematically relevant for institutions than future trades because of the implications of the risk banks are taking on. The investment banks has evidently come a long way with its openness to cryptocurrency, despite opposition to the asset class years ago. A former Goldman Sachs CEO has now admitted that crypto is happening. On the other hand, Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz is a well-established voice in the crypto community. He is on the record claiming that Bitcoin will become digital gold for 3,000 years and that Ethereum will go even further than that. Wow. Ooh, Mike Novogratz. That's on fire. You're spitting, man. It's been fire. Okay, let's see what else we got. FTX expands its global presence with the Australian branch. Cool. Now you know. Let's see. Next news. Hacker drained $600,000 worth of crypto from LiFi Finance. Let's see here. Let's take a quick little peek. This one's written by Dimitar Zanzarov. LiFi or LiFi became the latest victim of a cyber attack with nearly $600,000 worth of cryptocurrency stolen from 29 wallets. Shortly after, the team published a post explaining the issues and promises to reimburse all affected users. Let's see. The blockchain protocol explains that the attack occurred on May 20th, 2022, while the hacker exploits LiFi smart contracts, making users who gave infinite approval vulnerable. As soon as the project identified the attack, it alerted its partners and investors via a Twitter post. And here's a little tweet from LiFi. "We are investigating a potential exploit on LiFi smart contract," and here's a smart contract address. "All swap methods have been disabled until we can lock them down and ensure that they are safe for use. We will update you as we find out more." Oh, there you go. Okay, let's go on. Let's move on. Ethereum whales buy $89 million worth of Shiba Inu. That's a lot. Bitcoin to be adopted as legal tender, proposes Malaysian ministry. Hey, let's read that. This one's written by Dimitar Zanzarov. Let's see. Malaysian Communications Ministry has reportedly urged the government to embrace cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin as an official payment method inside the country's border. According to March 21st report by Bloomberg, Malaysia might become the next country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender since Zahidi Zainul Abidin, Deputy Minister at Malaysia's Communications Ministry, proposes such a move. Quote, "We hope that the government can allow this. We are trying to see how we can legalize this so we can develop youth participation in crypto and its system," the politician stated. As the movement, El Salvador is the only country that accepts the primary cryptocurrency as an official means of payments inside its territory. Despite attracting some controversy, the Central American nation seems to gain quite a few benefits. Reports suggest that recently that the tourism sector went up by 30% since BTC legalization, meaning that people find the state more attractive now. It is implemented in Malaysia. If implemented in Malaysia, the move will come as a surprise since the local authorities have displayed a rather hostile stance towards cryptocurrencies and more specifically digital asset miners over the past several months. Last summer, Malaysian law enforcement agents confiscated over 1,000 Bitcoin mining rigs, laid them out in a parking lot, and crushed them, wow, demonstratively with a steamroller. Ouch. The officials claimed that that the miners stole $2 million worth of electricity over the course of their illegal operations, while they destroyed mining equipment equals $1.26 million. Ow! Why would you do that? Confiscated, use it. I don't know. That's horrible. That's horrible to see. A separate report informed that the Malaysian authorities seized approximately $13 million worth of crypto machinery in 2021. Wow. That is crazy, man. Let me just have a couple, please. Just donate them to me, please. If you're going to crush them, just sell them. I even buy them from a discount, please. All right. Let's see. Continuing on. Is there anything else? Let's take a little quick peek. We are. Okay. BitMEX users can now buy and convert Ethereum. Okay. What? Take a quick peek at that. That's written by Jordan Lionchev. Formerly known as Bitcoin-only derivatives exchange, BitMEX has abandoned its plans to add supports for new assets, with the latest being Ethereum native token Ether. The announcements from March 21st informed that users will be able to deposit, withdraw, buy, and convert ETH effectively immediately. This comes as addition to the previously available cryptocurrencies Bitcoin and Tether. Customers have the option to choose from 36 fiat currencies when purchasing digital assets on BitMEX. Some of these include USD, Euro, GBP, JPY, BRL, CAD, CHF, etc. The exchange promises that users will be able to convert USDT to the second largest crypto without paying any hidden fees. You won't have to worry about slippage, as all crypto converter transactions are on BitMEX occur instantly, and the conversion price is shown. During his interview with Crypto Potato last year, the company's CEO Alexander Hopter explained that his vision on how to transform BitMEX into a larger player in the crypto industry. Now the statement informed that the firm wants to add new assets in the following weeks aside from Ethereum. Additionally, the exchange has plans to launch a spot branch in anticipation of the BitMEX spot's arrival. The company's released and airdropped its new native coin in a few months back, the BMEX. Okay. Continuing on. Let's see, Market Watch. The viral transactions of bot selling 2.4 apes for almost $3 million explained. That sounds like a long one. Qatar plans to issue digital banks license and explore a CBDC. Qatar. Okay. Should I read that? Qatar? Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. U.S. fund manager explains why his company shorted Coinbase. Yeah, I think I'll just read those two and then call it a day. Yeah. Senator warns bill will hurt crypto, not Russia. Maybe 3 more. I don't know. We'll see. I want to read this Qatar one. This one's written by Jordan Lionchev. Qatar plans to issue digital bank licenses and explore a CBDC. Qatar's central bank plans to digitize most of its products, including studying and potentially developing and launching a CBDC. One of the other directives from the institution involves issuing digital bank licenses. Speaking on the peninsula at the 8th Doha Islamic Finance Conference, QCB's head of fintech, Al-Anud Al-Abdullah Al-Muftah, outlined the organization's new and digital direction. The bank has begun exploring various initiatives that will become clearer in the next few months. We're trying to study the different aspects and verticals of fintech. We're trying to set our direction. Each central bank should study digital banks, considering their growth significance in the global market. The executive further asserted that the bank's intentions to head down the central bank digital currencies road, similar to many of the central banks. However, Al-Muftah said that QCB is still a long way from being ready to launch such a product. As of now, the bank is still in research mode to determine whether and how a CBDC could impact the local monetary landscape. On the other hand, Nayaringnan Srinivasa, COO and digital officer at Dukhan Bank, said that the same conference that that his bank wants to establish a digital bank in Qatar. Additionally, they plan to employ blockchain technology for certain payment services. Aside from China, which has been among the global leaders in terms of CBDC development with multiple reports, real life tests, countless other nations have gone down that road in the past few years. Jamaica's central bank noted that recently that it wants to airdrop $16 worth of its CBDC to the first 100,000 citizens that set up a wallet by April 1st. Canada's central bank banking authority teamed up with MIT to research the pros and cons of its products, while India expects its CBDC to arrive by the end of 2022. The United States has actually been at the end of the race. The country has had an indecisive approach for the years without clearly determining whether it should launch a CBDC. Most recently, the Federal Reserve also weighed in on the positive and negative sides of the central bank digital currency. Of course. Okay, there's a lot going on. A lot going on around the world. Continuing on, there was two more, right? Yeah. Let's see here. This one's U.S. fund manager explains why his company shorted Coinbase stocks. Written by Jordan Lionchev. Jim Chanos, president and founder of Coingecko's Associates, believes Coinbase stocks are highly overpriced. As such, his NYC-registered investment entity had decided to short them, even though their value had declined by 50% since November. Ever since Coinbase became the largest cryptocurrency exchange to go live on NASDAQ as a publicly traded company in April last year, the stock price movement has been largely affected by Bitcoin and the rest of the market. As such, it's no surprise that coin shares skyrocketed to $385 in mid-November, when BTC painted its all-time high at $69,000. Since then, though, the stocks have been on a free fall, shedding approximately 50% of the value and closing at $185 on March 18th. Speaking to CNBC on Friday, Chanos outlined that his company's reasons why they believe Coinbase is overvalued by naming it a bubble stock. We basically think, this is a quote, we basically think Coinbase is over-earning. If you do the numbers, their revenue base is roughly 3 to 4% of the custodian assets, their customers' assets. He also added that the most competitors have picked up their game, and Coinbase will have to reduce its fees to remain competitive. There are plenty of companies that are in the new economy that have real growth, real cash flows, and real earnings. But there's a lot that are just being sold on stories, and we would argue that Coinbase is one being sold on a story, Chanos concluded. Wow, bro, have you used Coinbase? I mean, I'm not saying it's the best, but it's doing things, you know? It does on-ramp new people, so you have to give them credit for that. All right, this last news of the day. This one's written by Andrew Thorvallis. Senator Warren's bill will hurt crypto, not Russia. This is an opinion. Here we go. Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren is seldom reserved with her distance for the crypto industry. Name any common criticism of Bitcoin, and she's probably shared it already. Volatility issues, environmental damage, shadowy supercoders, and what have you. I won't claim that her criticisms are entirely invalid, though I'll cover those later. But they've become predictable to the point of comedy. Her reputation in the crypto community has entered the ranks of people like Peter Schiff, who have so firmly established themselves as a crypto skeptics that they can no longer be expected to abandon the role, not even when faced with logic or evidence. Of course, there are two key differences between these individuals. Firstly, Schiff simply doubts crypto investment potentials, whereas Warren challenges the ethics of the technology itself. Secondly, Warren drafts federal law for the United States. Schiff does not. It shouldn't surprise anybody then that Warren is now behind the greatest unreasonable and uncalibrated legislative threats the crypto industry has ever seen. One which reads as if it were designed to hurt as many blockchain network participants as possible rather than actually helping anybody. Today, we review that Senator's Digital Asset Sanctions Compliance Enhancement Act of 2022. What's in it? Why was it written, and why should crypto be worried? All right, the background of the bill. In the aftermath of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. and its allies enforced the largest economic sanctions against Russia in the world history. However, keen not to fumble their attempts, regulators quickly began questioning if digital assets presented any loopholes for the Russian oligarchs to bypass these restrictions. Naturally, Senator Warren was the first to try tackling the issue. Reports emerged earlier this month that she was drafting a bill to potentially place secondary sanctions on international crypto exchanges. It would give exchanges an ultimatum: choose not to transact with sanctioned people or else forfeit access to the U.S. market. Not an unreasonable or unprecedented measure. Exchanges have long been required to run background checks of their users to combat illicit finance, covering remaining gaps in AML and KYC controls on international exchanges would help block Russia access to both major crypto market liquidity and fiat on and off ramps. However, when the first draft of the bill was introduced to Congress on Thursday, its provision went much further than that. The bill, co-authored and signed by about 10 other Democrats besides Warren, calls for giving the president authority to prohibit transactions and property belonging to any foreign person identified as a digital asset transactions facilitator or trading platform. Who qualifies as a digital asset transaction facilitator? Almost everyone involved in upholding Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other blockchain networks. Section 2, subsequent 4A of the bill states, quote, the term digital asset transactions facilitator means any person or group of persons that significantly and materially facilitates the purchase, sale, lending, borrowing, exchange, custody, holding, validation, or creation of digital assets on the account of others, including any communication protocols, decentralized finance technology, smart contracts, or other software, including open source computer code. Section 3 expands on this group to include those who provide technological support to the sanctioned parties by facilitating transactions that evade such sanctions. This language reeks of the same issues pertaining to last year's infrastructure bill, over which the crypto community caused an uproar. The bill imposed burdensome tax reporting requirements on cryptocurrency brokers, defined as anyone who makes transactions of digital assets. As Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, effectuates. There you go. Anyone who effectuates transactions of digital assets. There you go. As Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and others have noted at the time, those who effectuate transactions technically include everyone from miners to validators to developers. At the time, there was at least floor testimony affirming that the bill's language was not meant to be applied in such a broad manner. However, Warren's bill explicitly names both validators and software devs as targets, not merely for tax reporting, but for the possibility, for the possible property sanctions from the U.S. government. To clarify, Bitcoin has at least 15,000 nodes validating every network transactions on a regular basis. Moreover, Ethereum is said to have over 300,000 validators when it upgrades to Ethereum 2.0 in a few months, as every current beacon chain validator is running a full node. All these network participants, alongside various base chains and smart contract developers, would technically be liable under the section of the legislation if a sanctioned individual happens to use their technology. This is merely for upholding networks which, according to blockchain data platform Chainalysis, are overwhelmingly used for legal purposes. While it is clear how easily a bill like this could discourage innovations and participation with all things blockchain, it is not so obvious that it will help punish Putin's government. The fear is understandable. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are peer-to-peer, borderless, and permissionless. Could Russia not use them to conduct international trade despite being cut off from SWIFT? In a theoretical vacuum, perhaps. Yet, so far, there's little evidence of Russia using crypto for this purpose besides one curious wallet identified by blockchain forensics firm Elliptic. However, the very identification of this wallet proves crypto's ineffectiveness for this purpose. While Bitcoin may be immutable, it most certainly isn't private. Every transaction that's ever taken place is tracked on the blockchain's public ledger. Therefore, if any person's blockchain address has ever been linked to their identity, as they so often are through KYC compliance exchanges, then all funds sourced from that wallet may hence be followed. Elliptic's co-founder Tom Robinson reiterates this, quote, "It's not proving out realistic that oligarchs can completely bypass sanctions by moving all their wealth into crypto," he told Bloomberg on Monday. "Crypto is highly traceable. Crypto can and will be used for sanctions evasions, but it's not the silver bullet." While it's true that more private Bitcoin trading methods exist, peer-to-peer exchanges, cash trading, Bitcoin ATMs, they don't nearly provide the liquidity required for Russian governments to use them in a meaningful way. Therefore, targeting crypto exchanges should be more than enough to stop Russia from evading sanctions with digital assets. In fact, the most important federal bodies already recognize this fact. FBI Director Christopher Wray said last week that Russia's ability to use crypto in this fashion is highly overestimated. Even the White House and Treasury Department have stated that evading sanctions on Russia's sovereign scale using cryptocurrencies would be neither private nor possible. It would seem that the only one who thinks a knee-jerk, hostile crackdown on crypto is called for right now is Elizabeth Warren. I noted earlier how Warren has positioned herself so that she can exit her anti-crypto stance even in the face of logic. In some evidence for my claim. During a Senate Banking Committee hearing on crypto and illicit finance this Thursday, Warren got to speak to Chainalysis co-founder Johnny Levin. She asked a fair set of questions about whether a hypothetical Russian oligarch could hide $1 billion in pre-purchased crypto by moving it across chains, moving it to different wallets, or by mixing the coins. Unfortunately, she wasn't interested in hearing a fair answer, as Levin repeatedly explained why none of these methods would prove effective at hiding such a large amount. Warren continued to interrupt him, only to draw her pre-established conclusion on the matter. "I'm actually surprised by your answer." This is a quote. "I'm actually surprised by your answer since you charge a lot of money to untangle and track assets to the system, and the systems keep developing more ways to obscure that money," she said afterwards. And this is what, a tweet? What is, yeah, this is a tweet. Oh, okay. Let's see. This disregard of facts about how crypto actually works is what led to such unmeasured and unhelpful policy responses as Warren's recent bill. I'd argue that she chose to pursue an anti-crypto ideology well before drafting it, one which continues to grip members of her own party. Though criminal transactions share drops and Bitcoin's clean energy production rises, even the most crypto-savvy Democrats are turning against Bitcoin's most basic functions and denying the markets of the products that successfully launch across the rest of the world. Governments must have an open mind when regulating this space and be open to adapting their policies as they learn more about it. Crypto is still evolving, after all. Even community veterans are still debating whether Bitcoin actually is. As we continue figuring that out, perhaps the U.S. should keep its fingers away from the sanction button. I think that was a beautiful piece there. Thank you. Let's see, who was it? Andrew Thorovalas. Very well said. So, Cryptonauts, with that said, how we look on the crypto market? Refresh. Are you still going up? Oh, slightly down. Slightly down. Okay, Cryptonauts, let's get out of here. Let's close it out. Make sure to check us out on YouTube. Discord, of course, hang out with us in Discord. There's a lot of stuff. We got games. We got an economy going. We're selling NFTs on there. And they're technically free. You just got to come in, join in, participate, and you get some cool stuff in there, okay? Obviously, we're on Spotify. We got a bunch of referral links down here. Check them out in the coin tree in the description below. Obviously, if you want to help donate, which we would greatly appreciate that, you can donate to the C3 Media wallet. Here, Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Raven, BAT, Litecoin, Flux, Monero, USDC, and a bunch of stable coins, and a cake. Okay, yeah, there it is. So, Cryptonauts, until next time, stack sets and hodl. Adios.